Hello. I'm gonna try and I wanna go find that pickaxe. Hello. Hi. I'm getting everyone right. Hello. Hola. Does anyone know how to get the pickaxe? Oh, nine. It's about you. It's about me. I want to assume that the pickaxe that we're getting is like an actual pickaxe, like from the old version. Feels like I can parkour over here. It's closed. Or you can buy items here. I think I might have to go to another game right now because I'm falling asleep. Oh my god. I think we can do. Like, I don't even know where to talk to a sprite. Ay, ya. Ujú. Exacto, es un cuadro completo el que se tiene que dejar para poner el de arriba. Ahora sí, como quien dice, este carro es harder, better, faster, stronger. Harder, better, faster, stronger. More than ever, power after. Harder, better, faster, stronger. More than ever, power out. Vamos a construirle mi mundo. Let's build it. It's golden. That it snows when it snows. Hmm. So, like, the only special piece is this. Okay. And, like, two extra ones. Let me do this. Should I put video cam? Can you see me? Let me see if I can see myself. Like there. The camera on my computer is a little bit, like, off. So stupid. Apple and the stupid cameras. Ooh, okay. Well, I'll just put it here. The bone. I need to get rid of that bone. No necesito hueso. No necesito duracero tampoco. Lo que sí necesito is need two of these. Four of these. Four of these. Okay. Esto ir a dejar la dinamita. Ay. Dos de estos. Uno de estos. Dos de estos. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 granite slab. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Necesito 2 barras de hierro. Do you have iron bars? No, you. Thank you. Justo me diste las dos. Obsidian slab, no necesito. Los borreguitos. Los borreguitos. A ver. 1, 2. Voy a poner mis escaleras. Es así. ¿Por qué? Espérame. Esto es temporal, nada más que quería ver. Creo que eso está mal. A ver, ¿cómo lo tengo acá? Xbox. Espérenme tantito. Esto no está bien. Estoy como 100% seguro que es así. Se tiene que ver como casi al parejo, ¿no? El logo. Ujú. Ok. Y luego tendrá que ser este lado. Sí. Oh, hey, rule of thumb. Hey, what's up? I'm trying to like build. I did this build before, but it exploded last night because I was using those stupid dynamic platforms. But it was an old build, so I thought it was funny that it exploded because it was the perfect chance for me to upgrade this vehicle and make it better. And I did it already this morning, but so I'm trying to look at the pictures of what I did this morning to try and replicate it on my survival. So I think I'm doing it correctly. Yes. Yes, so those pieces go like that. And balloon propulsion? No, I don't use balloon propulsion. I try to avoid any type of buggy or glitchy stuff in this game because I do not want to become dependent on something that might get patched later on in the game. So what really ticks my my what's really annoying me right now is the weight of the wheels. So this morning I was just having so much trouble finding the balance for this vehicle in particular because it's depending on it was dependent on the weight of the wheels, and it still is, um, and it's just I think it's so stupid they changed the weight of the wheels. Yeah, out of arms. Look, man, I'm against out of arms, but I'm not against them if they're used correctly. So I do have an out of arm for trees, for example. So if you go to the desert biome and find one of those trees that grow back again, then you can do auto farms on those. That's a good idea to do that. But it's not efficient if you do it on like uh, bush trees or palm trees. It's just like I remember someone even told me, well, but you have to like refill it every once in a while, so it's not that bad. Well, it is that bad because every once in a while you still have to do it. Like it's just better to never do it than every once in a while. So, oh man, I forgot the. Uh, I'll just use another piece. It's fine. I wanted to do the. I wanted to use. Uh, what is this? Marble. Yeah, I wanted to use marble. Well, whatever. It's fine. It was just like an aesthetic thing. Yeah, auto farms for me is just not, it's a big no, because it's just not efficient. Not efficient at all. And, but you know, to each his own. If people want to lose time making more seeds and going plot by plot to replanting all of that stuff, then go ahead. You know, feel free to do that, even if it's once in a while. You know, yeah, I think they're stupid, to be honest. So yeah, no auto farms in this world. Yeah, the silk and the plots and the yeah. Yeah, you spent so much time doing them. Um, it's just easier to pick up by hand. And well, in reality, I don't even really need any auto farming because my world is glitched, so I get infinite crops. I didn't even do anything. I just happened to have a glitch inside one of my caves, and I have infinite crops from just a single crop. So all I have to do is go into my cave and handpick that one single plot, and I get like 2,000 if I want. I never get 2,000. I just take whatever I need. But you know, if I want it, I could just keep, you know, farming until I stack up on 10 years of wheat. uh, I can't find the long piece that I wanted to put. I think it's only this one, and it's made out of marble. So I think I'm gonna have to go back. I might as well just go back and get the marble. And my car exploded because it was using dynamic platforms. And I just crashed into a regular tree and it just exploded. Those dynamic platforms are stupid. I never used those. I learned the hard way using those. And the vehicle that exploded was a very old vehicle that I had. Um, so it was a good opportunity for me to like you know, upgrade it. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go back to my city and get the marble. Well, you don't have to throw away stuff. You can just give it to Colombo. That's my solution to everything. If you want to throw away something, don't waste it in the fire pit. Just go give it to Colombo, and at least you get a little bit of resources back. Even if it's the green little snot things that she gives you. I mean, those are pretty useful too. I mean, you need the little green snot things to put like green lights like those. You need the little green snot things to make the stink bombs, which are very useful for the Star Wars caves and the storm caves. You know, those storm enemies are very vulnerable to the snot, to the stink bombs. So yeah, I got a bunch of snot over in, oh, look at that lag. We love this. We love lag and glitches. Yeah, I got enough of these. I still use vehicle platforms. Yeah, I mean, if you feel comfortable using those, I mean, by all means, go ahead. And but like in my experience, I even like reforced them with Frostpine back in the day when Frostpine was like indestructible, and the vehicle would still explode. Like the middle part, like if you sandwich like a Frostpine and then a dynamic platform and then another piece of Frostpine underneath, like the dynamic platform would still like explode, because it would like glitch through like a tree or something. And like for me, that was like a big lesson for me not to use Frostpine and not to use dynamic platforms. um, what was I doing? Oh, marble. Yeah, sorry. I get I get distracted quite easily. I'll just take the whole stack. It's fine. Or whatever. 40. Um, is this all I needed? Because I'm not coming back. I think that's all I needed. But I do pad it with granite floors, but I also don't drive too often. I fly more. Yeah, but even flying, you know, like sometimes I would land on the wrong place and then it would land like in a tree or something. And that's how I started learning from my mistakes. So all of my stuff is just built upon me learning to fix and correct my own mistakes or the game's own glitchiness and stuff. So we have to learn how to work around those bugs and glitches too. It's like double work. It's just a lazy way to have a certain thickness, because if I use floors, that's a lot of floor pieces. Heavier too, I think, so I just slap one vehicle platform and be done. Sure. Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, like if it's like a good method for you and it works, that's awesome, you know? But to me, the only thing that has been working without any like craziness have been these granite foundations, and these have been strong enough to stand uh, big hits and it won't break. And that's how I've been doing it. And then these floor pieces, for me, they're just aesthetic. So I'm using marble not because of the hardness. I'm using marble because it's giving me the correct size and the aesthetic that I want. Oh, where is that piece? I'm looking for. Oh, it's this big one. Yeah, it's this big one. Oh, now I'm getting hungry. Let me see. I got some eggs over here. And yeah, so basically I'm done with this build. Um, It was quite easy to do, and in reality, all I had to do is just kind of figure out the new weight, because the new weight is such a pain. I hope they revert it back to how it was, and then they give us some sort of new tire or whatever, because this is stupid. Because it's not even like the correct weight. There's like not in between. There's like there's no way to get it in between, because one balloon is too much for like the big wheels. Like the big wheels are lighter than one balloon. It's so dumb. It makes no sense. And yeah, these engines are just for an aesthetic purpose, but also they're giving the vehicle a little bit of weight to keep it stable. Oh, I need to place the fenders first. So I like to use these shelves, the battle bus shelf, as a fender. It's made out of iron, so it's pretty strong. Is this the right? Oh yeah, the right height. Yeah, after the Odyssey update, I spent like 2 weeks trying to rebalance all my ships. I haven't even done Storm King yet because of this. I know it's crazy. I was just also just figuring out how to rebalance some of my vehicles, and some of them are just basically impossible to rebalance because the design is just was so perfectly like designed in such a way that everything was perfectly balanced. So I had perfect vehicles, and now they're not, and it just bugs me so bad because I they just messed everything. Um, yeah, I'm so angry about that. I'm not gonna stop complaining until they fix it. So I'm gonna sound like a crybaby every time we talk about vehicles and wheels, cause they really screwed the pooch over there with the vehicle change. Instead of doing that, they should have fixed these things. I mean, what's up with the swivels? Do they just not care about those? I mean, come on. The wheels were not like broken. So why did they fix them? These are broken and they just decide not to do anything with these. Oh, they're like, "Oh no, the swivels are fine. Don't don't fix the swivels." And same goes for like the vehicle glitch. I mean, come on. That glitch has been there since day one. Since we got the ability to drive vehicles. I mean, how many updates have passed by and they still haven't done anything about it? Not even in the slightest. Oh, these are my favorite lights for vehicles. The Tinkerer lights from the Star Wars. These light much farther than the free lights that we get. And of course, they're much stronger. So you don't have to worry about your broken lights every time. Um, I'm gonna put this thruster. Oh no, I want to put the medium oh wait, medium steerable wheels. over here. Not enough resources. What? No. Did I leave them at the... I think I left them at the... I think I left them at the workshop. Because I was like making them. But I think I have I think I have a slab thing over here. So I can do those here. Yeah, I sneeze and the free lights will break. Yeah. You just need to look at them and they'll break. But you see, this vehicle, they actually use the free lights over on the side. But since they're like protected on the inside, they never break. So, so that's kind of like a workaround if you want to use those. You have to like protect them. Yeah, I have a stone breaker over here, so I'll just do this. Yeah, I forgot to pick up the ones that I was making. Yeah, I like this little outpost. I can show you while those are making. I put this little, like, so that the villagers can step on it, uh, and they activate the thrusters on each of the four corners. I've got a little working bench here. It's one of the old ones, see? Because my world is an OG world. My world is a day one world. And this is where my villagers live. I only have Meowscles and Brooks here. Because this is supposed to be like an Arctic outpost. It's not supposed to be like a fun place to live. Sort of like those scientists at the down south at the Arctic. They're not having the best time, but you know, they're there because they're doing science stuff, and it's kind of like that. Did I get the slab? Oh yeah, I got the slab. So, what was I doing? Oh yeah, the wheel. We love those wheels. So these wheels on the first gen of this vehicle was supposed to, you know, help with the dynamic platforms to not break. But I decided to leave them just so that it can go into land a little bit. I'm not too creative. You know, a good way to be creative would be like to look other sources instead of looking at other people that are playing the game. I do recommend watching Architecture Digest on YouTube, or you can look up like interior design, you know, channels on YouTube or magazines or whatever, and you'll probably, you know, find something interesting, and your creative juices will start working, because then you're gonna be in the game trying to figure out how to do something similar or trying to replicate whatever you see in real life, and of course we have limited pieces, so that even like that gets your juices even more creative, you know, because now you're trying to figure out how to get it to look the most similar to real life. You need a problem so you can solve it. Yes. So, like I said, if you try to like uh, look at something from real life and try to put it into the game, that's kind of like a problem by itself, right? Because we don't have the exact same pieces, and you know, that could be like a little puzzle for you to like solve how to get it to work in real life. I mean, from real life into the game. Um, Or at least that's how I like to do my builds. Because I like watching everyone on YouTube, but I seldom copy or use any of those as inspiration for the game. I just like watching whatever other people are doing because some people are quite creative and it's really fun to see that. Um, so this is supposed to go here. I was putting it over like a little bit skewed like this, not quite centered with the chest, and it's because I think that's like a good point for the turning thrusters. So this is supposed that's supposed to be channel 1, and that's supposed to be channel 2. So I did this little lip part on the sides because I'm following my own advice, and I'm gonna use the dir counters. So if you follow my channel, you might know that I'm a big fan of these because you can actually just place them under stuff without doing cheaty hacky things. You can just do this and and they'll stick under whatever, and they're very cheap, and you can stick stuff to them like balloons and thrusters and stuff. So these are great for builds. To ask a question a few days ago. Oh, you did? Oh, I'm sorry. Uh I probably missed it. I will have to go back and check that question, but you can ask it right now if you want, and I can gladly try to like you know answer your question. And I'm terribly sorry about that. I was not ignoring you. I probably missed it. You can also send me a DM, so don't worry about it. You can also like go ahead and send me the DM. So I got the beach set already, skipping Lion Nights because there's Dry Valley Majestic already. Whether or not to get the Dur. Okay, yeah. You know what? I have all the sets, and I was very, very disappointed by the beach boulevard. In all honesty, I think the beach boulevard is overrated and highly overpriced. It's so expensive. And the one that people think it's the most expensive, the Lionites Castle, uh, three 3,800 B-bucks is a lot. I know, but think of it as an investment. So when you go into the Lionite set, you get so many prefabs. Look at these. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 prefabs, okay? But you also get so many unique pieces. You get all of these floors. You get unique pieces like these, which, if you follow Haskins, he's a great builder for castles, and he uses these pieces a lot. And it gives castles like a lot of cool detail to them. And you get these windows, which are also amazing. These are very good windows. But you also get like these cool doors and these cool little windows with the details, with the wooden detail. You get these railings for the stairs. and you get all of these, you get all of this. I mean, I think the Lionites castle is pretty good. This piece is a unique piece, and it's really good. Um, and you get decoration like the bed and the table and the chairs and this. You get another well. I love these two things, the bracers. The bracers are so good. You can do like a small decoration with the bracers and like a pillar. So my favorite way to put this is using the Daily Bugle pillars. So if you go to the pillars, um, you can place like a Daily Bugle and then place like a bracer, um, and it looks so nice. I can just show you right now. Um, See how nice it looks. Um, it's got these like little wall uh, torches. It has these floral shelf. This is a very unique piece, and we don't have a lot of plants, so this just gives you more plant varieties to your set. It's got this cool little barrel shelf thing. Um, It's got all of these little small little decor. You have the carpets, which you can actually customize and make like as large as you want, because it's got like these little pieces that you can put together as a puzzle. It's got all of these little details. I love these for workshops, the nightly masonry. It's got all of these. It's got all of these. It's got these, the troughs. These troughs are very beautiful, and yeah, I mean you get a lot of value for that. So I think the Lionite set is actually the cheapest. Which one is the storage chest that uses the granite to build, and how many slots? So the storage chest that I love is the one that I'm placing right here, which is the Durburger. And they're selling it right now in the shop. So the Durburger set that they're selling is not complete. The one build that you're gonna be missing from the set, from the shop that they're selling, is this big one. It has this building and it has this building, but the decorations are complete. And the most important piece in the Durburger set is if you go to the table section and you go to the counter section, you'll find the Durbrick Pounder medium. It uses 2 granite, and it holds 8 slots. So if you look at this vehicle already, oh my, I'm getting attacked. Oh yeah, sunrise. Okay, that was funny. Okay, so I'm using 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 times 8, that's 32, right? And then I'm using these for an aesthetic, but they also work. So that's 12. That's 32, plus 12, that's, what is it, 44. I got 44 storage already without even placing a single one of these big chests. And it looks so much better and much aesthetically pleasing. Plus, like I said, these Durburger counters you can stick them under like places, you can stick them without using hacky things, and you can stick thrusters on them which is what I'm gonna do right now. You know, see, I'm just gonna stick a thruster there and a thruster over there. See? And you can stick balloons. You can stick thrusters on the front part too. See? You can stick balloons on top of them. Yeah, you can stick them under ceilings. So that's why that's my favorite counter. That's my favorite storage unit. It's the most powerful storage unit. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because these little things, I mean, these are fun, right? We got 28 storage now. Oh my god, that is so much fun. They look so cute. But believe me, in a vehicle, these are trash. um, Definitely do not like big chests on vehicles. And this the dirt counters just make the vehicles better. So I'm gonna show you the other vehicle, because the other vehicle, the axes on the wheels are the dirt counters. So the wheels are being held by the counters. That way I'm saving space, but also like making it part of the vehicle. So on this back part, oh, it's not this vehicle though. I thought it was this vehicle. Was it not this vehicle? Oh no, it's another vehicle. I'll show it to you when we get back to town. It's on my other town. It's on my other village. But yeah, that vehicle is using the counters as a way to hold the wheels. I think I'm actually kind of done here. I'm just kind of double checking here because I feel like I'm missing something. I think all I'm missing is just the seats on the back. So go. I like this bench because it looks like you know, one of those like flaps on the back of a car where you can sit. You can sit on it. And then I like placing just a regular seat. So I'll just do this. And it'll be fine. So now I can hold 4 people on the back, a driver. Is this working? Alright, it's working perfectly. So this vehicle doesn't need batteries. And I think I'm done with it actually. So, oh, I know what I'm missing. I'm missing the lighting. But that's just an aesthetic, so it's not a crucial part of the vehicle, but let's just do it anyway. So I'm gonna put it like that, and then like that. And then I'm gonna do the same on the other side. I think that's the correct height. Oh, that's the correct height. Yeah, it's good. And the lights on the back, of course. There you go. Let me just get some eggs into my tummy. Alright. Let's roll. Nice. Yeah. So this vehicle can actually go on land, and you don't need to place any batteries. So let's test that out. Oh, beautiful. I love that. I love it. I love going behind my vehicle. I love jet skiing. Man, I'm trying to test this and those glitches. Yeah. So this is not supposed to be a land vehicle, but you can still like put it in like place it in the land and have it work. This is exclusively for water. Yeah, jet ski is a feature now. A feature in the game. There you go. Fixed. This vehicle is called the Lobster. Now this is the Lobster 2.0 because the first one used dynamic platforms and it used a smaller set of wheels and everything was different. This one is faster, stronger. It's just better. It's like that Daft Punk song, harder, better, faster, stronger. Yeah, let me show you the other vehicle so you can see the what I'm talking about. I think I left it there. I think I left it in my city, but I was also working at my movie set production, so it might be there. Yeah, I'm not sure where I left it now. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was in my movie set production. Yeah, it's not on my helipad, and if it's not there, it should be here, but it's not. So I'm gonna have to go back to the battle bus. Uh, I have a tutorial on these little elevators if you're interested in those elevators. So yeah, I left it at the movie set, the movie studio. It's kind of like Universal Studios, but I call it Rift Studios. And we do all kinds of movie productions there, westerns, uh, fantasy, science fiction, late night shows, cooking shows. We even have a festival. So there you go. This is Rift Studios. Welcome to Rift Studios. And you can come here and get your ticket. You know, you can be a ticket lady here and just hand out tickets. Place your coat back there. Let me show you the vehicle though. I think it's over here. I see it now. There you go. See how the vehicle, like the wheels, are within the axis. of the dirt counters, so I can still store stuff here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the back. 6 counters, 6 times 8, that's, what is it? I'm not doing the math in my head. Is it, is it 48? 6 times 8, 48? That's crazy. I mean, these are only 28. And I can still put more if I want it. I mean, I can just take down this bed and put another chest here. I can put another counter here on the back if I want it. It's so crazy. These counters are amazing. Yeah, so I was doing a movie set over here. I was doing a Star Wars movie set over here. We're gonna film the next Mandalorian. Um, it's the movie, right? The movie is the one that's coming out. So we're filming some of those scenes here. Uh, but I was gonna do now the Count of Monte Cristo. So I'm not sure if you've seen the movie. Like the new movie is amazing because it's better adapted to the book. Um, ooh, low battery. All right. So a big tip, uh, and something that everyone should know is that you don't actually need big engines. I think big engines are stupid. Uh, you don't need medium engines either. You don't need the large one or the big one. You only need a small one. It makes no difference to the car if it's a big, small, or medium, except for the weight. So if you're using this for the weight, I mean, I guess I can understand, but I do not recommend letting your batteries drain completely. You can just store those for later for Star Wars weapons, and if you're overflowing on those on dead batteries, you can just take them to Clombo. And so this car actually has 2 small engines, but I don't use both. I only use one small engine. The other one is just for an aesthetic, to just make it look nicer. Um, just like I did with the vehicle that I just built. I just placed the 2 engines on it just to make it look nice, but they're not working. Um, oh, I didn't place the battery. So that's a better way to be efficient with your batteries, and yeah, don't let your batteries die. So I was gonna do the set for the Count of Monte Cristo here. So if you don't know the story, it's about a young boy who is in love with another girl, and he's not a count. He is actually just a regular kind of like he's not a peasant either. He's just kind of like a middle class kind of society back in the not Middle Ages, kind of like past the Middle Ages, a little bit more into the probably 1800s or something. And he gets framed for a crime that he didn't do. So he gets placed in a prison for over 10 years. And during his time in the prison, he meets a man through a hole in the prison cell. And the man is actually a count. And the man, spoiler alert, dies. But before he dies, he lets the boy know about a secret place where there's treasure, and it's a Templar treasure. So it's a big treasure. So when the boy manages to escape from prison, he goes and seeks out the treasure, and then he comes back home, transformed into a count, and kind of like Aladdin, you know, and and then he takes revenge upon the people that framed him. It's a very good film. They just made a new version of it, so so you should definitely watch it. It's pretty good. It's French though, so you might have to watch with subtitles. But it's a good film. Definitely a good film. And if you're not into films, and if you're like more into a reading kind of person, then you can probably read the book, and it might even be better. So what I'm gonna do here is that I want to do the little cell, and I'm gonna put like the little hole where they speak through the hole, and that's it. It's not gonna take me too long though, because these little sets are supposed to be quick, and they're not supposed to be very detailed because well, they're movie sets. I'm trying to make them look a little bit like fake, if you kind of get my drift. I just wish we could like have a filter for you know, like half walls, windows, doors, because sometimes I don't even know what I want until I see it. And if I just choose like the beachy set, then I won't be able to see the other doors. So I mean, that's one thing that I want in this game. Is it the interior walls? I think it's the interior walls that I need to use. Where are they though? I just have so many pieces now. They also need to somehow like organize this better, because it's driving me crazy, to be honest. Okay, I think is that correct? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna have to use the other piece, this one. And then I might have to do like some kind of half wall or something. This is like a first time for me. We're gonna try to make a hole in a wall. And I mean, you know, I don't think anyone has ever made a hole in the wall in Lego Fortnite, because no one wants holes in their walls. So that's what we're gonna do. Could it be this? Gainsborough half wall. Let's try that. Yeah, this is gonna be weird. Maybe like a fence might do the work. Like something like this, yes. Object is in the way. What? Yes, I like this. I'm okay with this. Hello. I love it. Yeah, so um, I also need some lights. So I'm gonna place this right over here. Nice. And then it's kind of like a prison cell, but like I said, it's like 1800, so they were very cruel. It's more like a dungeon and less like a prison cell. You know what I mean? It was like horrible because they didn't even give you like a bed or anything. They just kind of like placed like a slab of rock or something, and then you would lay on it. I mean, if prison right now is horrible, I mean, back then, I mean, come on, man. But I don't know what I can place to make it look like a slab. Could I just like use like straight up a slab instead of a bed? The spike, the spike bed? That's funny. Or this? Oh, yes, the Tatooine bed. Yes, this one. This one totally feels like a slab thing. So this might work. Not enough resources. Do I have more in my car? Hopefully I have more in my car, because I did bring like a bunch of materials to do all of the building in here, but I might have used all of it already. I think I did. But I only need 3, right? So I think I can make those. I had some sand here, but I'm also surrounded by sand right now, so if I don't have sand in here, I can just get sand. Oh, was it 3, right? 3 pieces. Oh. Yeah, this is my green screen. If you follow my channel, you know that this actually works. It doesn't work in the game though. It's like a little post-production magic. So I have to like record it with the capture card and then import it into the editing program and kind of do the magic over there. um, so let me just make the little sand. Oh, what is it? 1, 2, 3. All right. So I can show you, meanwhile, the production set. This is the dolly. I also made a video on how to make this. And it's supposed to go inside here, but the game and the glitches. I'm just gonna say that we were recording The Exorcist and the demon possessed the dolly. So now this is happening. Yeah. So I have to put it in outside because otherwise it starts doing glitchy stuff. That light is also glitched. So when I walk to it, it does that. It's funny. And this is, oh, yeah, I got Gus over here. He's one of our actors. He's doing the animatronics for the next Jurassic World with Scarlett Johansson. Um, this is just the sound and lighting engineers working the magic. And then we got the electric, we got the costumes, got set design props over here. We got the late night show over here. Um, the cooking channel. You know, you can use the emote. I love the. It's gonna take me a little bit to find it, but I'll find it. That one. There you go. Cooking with meow souls. Yeah. And then I got the backstage over here. So there's two doors to the backstage. This is for production stuff. You know, they carry big stuff, so they need to be able to put stuff in there. But it's the same door, basically. This is a lounge for celebrities, and you know, celebrities get pestered even on the backstage, so they take pictures and interviews over here for the celebrities. Here's where the celebrities can get ready, and you can go out into the show through the back, and it connects to the other stage. So we got more props behind stage, and it connects to the other stage right here. And the camera works, but you know, the camera also makes that. So I can work the cameras. So I'm gonna finish the prison cell. That one was not much work because there's not much to do on that part of the set. So the concept behind this set is that inside of here we're filming the Count of Monte Cristo, but this is something that happens in real life. Sometimes production companies make a big set and then they use the same set for like 3 different kinds of productions. So on the outside of this set, we are using this to make the next season of House of Dragon. And then on the inside, we got the throne room. So this is the inside shots of House of Dragon. So here's the throne, and we filmed the throne room over here. But then on the top part of the set, we're filming another movie, and we're filming Frankenstein over here. It's one of my favorite movies, actually, and it's a really good book. So it's alive. I love that. And then, yeah, this is just nothing, and then there's nothing on the top. And this is actually a prefab. So this is a prefab from the Lionite set. So it's a pretty nice prefab, if you ask me. But yeah, we're basically done with this one. I'm just gonna put the camera over here. So what I like to do for a tripod is use the fire escape railing from the Friendly Neighborhood. and then I go into the electronics and then find the reporter's camera, and then I just place it on the top like this. And of course we need a director chair, so I do have um, this. So the set is called Bright Living, but in the shop it's from the Bright Agent set. So if you have the Bright Agent skin, you might have this decoration, because that's how it comes. Are we able to achieve a lot of builds with Majestic Manor if we don't have Lion Knight? Of course you can, yes. I will show you what I did with the Majestic Manor before I even had the Lion Knight. And you know what? When I got the Lion Knight, I was like so I was like, oh man, I missed this. I think that should have been my first set that I bought. But my first set that I bought was the Der Burger set. But yes, I will show you what I did with the Majestic Manners, and you don't need the Lionite set. Of course, you don't need it, but once you get it, you'll realize how much you were missing. um, yeah, that's the festival. Because basically I'm trying to hold back. For example, there are 2K skins in Fortnite. If we buy them all, it's like tens of thousands of US dollars. Yes, I mean, if you start investing in skins and like the wraps, and now we have shoes, and now we have guitars and music tracks, and it starts to get very expensive. And of course you're not, like, no one is gonna buy everything, right? um, but uh, but I understand people are running on some sort of budget, and you're taking into account certain expenses, and you want to know where to put the money, right? So like I said, the Lion Knight set, like, it's a big hit. It's a big hit on your wallet. Of course, I'm not gonna deny that it's not like a big hit, but the amount of value you get for what you're paying, I think it's the right price, and it's the cheapest set out of all of them because of the value you get. Uh, Most of these sets are actually more expensive than the Lion Knight, because you don't get as much pieces as you do with the Lion Knight. Just for an example, the beach set, that one is the most expensive set out of all of them. And another one that is very expensive is the Bright Bomber decoration. Uh, Not to be confused with the Bright Agent decoration. I do not have the Bright Bomber. I have the Bright Agent decoration. And the Bright Bomber decoration cost 800 B-Bucks. I mean, what? It's just decoration. And the acres, the farm set, the acres barn, cost 800 B-Bucks, and you get 3 buildings plus the decorations. So, I mean, right? I mean, 800 B-Bucks for decorations, that's expensive. So, look, this is my main city. Yeah, the Bright Agent comes with a skin too. And the skin comes with a back bling. Yeah, the Bright Decor is the one that I don't have either, because I just refuse to pay 800 B-Bucks for just decoration. But I might just buy it anyway. Um, yeah, so look, man, this building right in front of me, this is from from the manor. This is actually um, this one. I think it's this one. Yes. And when I started the game, this is how my structure looked, and then I added the tower on the side. So I modified it to make it bigger. But then when I bought the Lionite set, I replaced some of the windows with these, and I placed this balcony over here. But then I realized that the windows had the little blue rooftop on them, so I decided to change the rooftop on the set too, because it used to be green. So other than that, I haven't modified too much of it. I added these pillars from the Friendly Neighborhood and the Daily Bugle just to give it a little more detail on the inside. And I modified under the stairs this little room to have fish stick living here. And this is part of the expansion. So the prefab does actually have this door over here. But it leads to nowhere. It leads you to the outside part. So I added this whole section to the build. And I added the section with the Majestic Manor parts. I did not use the Lionite parts. So this is a Lionite part, the balcony, and the window is a Lionite part. But the rest of this is actually Majestic Manors. The rooftop, of course, is also on Lionite because I changed it. But you can keep it with Majestic Manors and it's fine. And these windows, they used to be Majestic Manors until I got the Lionite, and then I replaced them with the Lionite set. So yeah, you don't need the Lionite set, but I do recommend it because it's a beautiful set. You get a lot of value for it. I do not recommend buying it right now in the shop because you only get the tower. You only get this, the Knightly Royal Mage Tower, and a few decorations. So if you ever plan on buying it, wait till like the whole set is complete. And this is from Majestic Manors too. This one is let me show you. It's this one, the Manor Stables. And then I modified it along the way throughout time. And I used to have a bar here, but then I moved the bar somewhere else, and then I turned this into a library. My secret door sometimes works and sometimes it doesn't. Let's check if it works. It's not working. So I keep my maps in there, but if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. You know, that's because of glitches and the swivels and the glitches. But yeah, this is all Majestic Manors with a few like pieces that I replaced. Like this corner is from the Rebel or from the Imperial thing, the Star Wars. This railing is from the Der Burger, I think. This railing is from the Der Burger. And I opened up the build, so it used to have doors here, I think. But you can do a lot of stuff with the Majestic Manors. I mean, yeah. This is also a prefab. This is from the shack. And then I modified it. So this is actually the double shack thing. Where is it? Um, it's this one. Yeah, the double shack. And then I just replaced some of the walls with the rebel and the imperial stuff. So this is my armory. Can villagers use stairs? I have beds on the first floor, but they never go up the stairs to sleep. I never see my villagers uh, go in here and sleep, but my villagers are supposed to be living here. I have all my villagers living here. I got Rustler and Nugget. I married them. I got Fish Stick living in here. I got Triceratops over here. I got Tomato Head and Beef Boss sleeping in here. But I mean, sleeping, you know, but not really, because I've never, like, seriously, I've never seen them go in there and sleep. Actually, I've never seen them go in there, like, at all. Apparently, they don't like being at home. They just like working and hanging around town and sitting on benches like this. Look at this. I mean, he's by the hot dog stand. He's just having a good time. But yeah, they can use stairs. Look at them. See, he's using the stairs. Look at that. Even my chickens are using the stairs. So yeah, they can use stairs. I just think that sometimes they don't like to sleep. So I'm fine. I'm fine with them not sleeping. If they want to not sleep and be tired all day, that's fine by me, you know? It's not my problem. So this is where I live, and these columns are from the Majestic Manor. And that wall over there on the back, and this is from Majestic Manor. So you can do really good stuff with the Majestic Manor. I think this one is also Majestic Manor. Oh, Kikino. Oh, he's a friend. He speaks Spanish. We play on another world, so I'm not gonna accept his invite right now because this is my solo world, and I don't have players coming in here. I give tours to players that I trust, but I do not give keys to this world. Um, yeah, this is a prefab too. This is from the Rebel, the Imperial Rebel. I think it's this one, the Rebel Castle. And then I just expanded it on the side, and it looks pretty nice. I mean, I used the lighthouse pieces to expand it. And I think it looks pretty cool. Because if you put the bed on ground level, I can guarantee you they'll sleep there. Yeah, but I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if they sleep or not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if I change their little beds and put them like out here. Oh man, Beef Boss got stuck in the Christmas tree. Was he pretending to be a cat? You're not a cat, man. I do not have a fishing rod to get you unstuck. You're just gonna have to live there now. I'm sorry, man. I don't have a fishing rod. Look at him. That is so funny. Give me food. A look at Tomato Head working the bakery as he should. Am I just full of pies now? Okay, I'm gonna take these pies somewhere else then. I like to stack food all over the place so that I can get so if I get hungry I can just reach out to a fridge and get some food. But I have to stock the fridges. So this is the garage. Oh. And I have a guest room over here with a little small kitchenette and a little playroom and a bathroom. But this is a garage. You come down here, and if you have a vehicle, you can just ride on it. Oh, we're on this side, on this loading platform. And it's under the main entrance. So this is the main entrance. And the chickens love being here at the entrance. It's kind of crazy. Come on, chickens, get out of the way. Yeah, and I just kind of like did a little modification to this platform to save on complexity a little bit. More than complexity, like memory issues, because that's what I'm having, like memory issues. Not so much as of lately, but you know, might as well just clean up some stuff, do some maintenance around. It's really good to do maintenance in your game, try to fix your builds, try to do the same thing with less pieces. Yeah. So auto farms, right? We wanna talk about auto farms. Let me show you. I have this greenhouse that I never use because this is just a decoration. I do use these because you get enough bananas and coconuts if you just yank them from here. Like I don't need 10,000 bananas, you know. Like why would I want that much food when it's only me playing, right? But I did have my crop area in here, and I call this well, I used to call it a refinery, but since it's glitchy, I call it the glitch cave. So I have all of my crops in here, but the crops that need replanting, if you look at them, they're growing one on top of the other. So like corn is doing that, but also I can just yank corn from here and get infinite corn. And I don't even have to replant it because there's a glitch. And in all honesty, I don't like this. I look at that. I'm getting memory issue resolved. So that's bad. I don't like that. I don't like when the game does that. And I've been trying to get Epic to fix this, but they just don't listen. I do not want infinite crops. I want my game to be stable. But because of that, I can do hybrid crops like this, you know. Look at this. It's a tomato wheat. And you can have them growing in between the spaces of the plots, like that. And look at how the wheat is growing one on top of the other. And look at the pumpkins. Pumpkins are also growing one on top of the other. That is crazy. And look how I'm making pumpkin tomato hybrids over here. Yeah. So I just come into my cave and then I just jank infinite of these, as many as I want. So that automatic farm that everyone is doing is useless to me because I don't need to do that. I can just come in here and glitch the whole thing and get whatever I want as much as I need. I love my red pepper section. I place the flames because they're hot and it's all red. And then I placed like the purple lights for the berries, for the purple berries. I love this. And I recently did the lighting because it used blue lights in here. So I redid the lighting and I placed the red lights and the pink lights to make it more like the tomatoes and the pink strawberry, the raspberry things. How does this overlapping crops happen? Let me show you. That's how it happens. You can destroy the garden plot and the plot is just floating there, and even if I try to break it, it's still there. It won't go away. I want the game to be fixed. I do not like this. But then you can just place another plot right there and plant whatever you want. And then that's how they grow one on top of the other. And that's how I do hybrids. Um, but it's so glitchy and unstable, and it makes my game have memory issues. I just don't want this. I just want a normal farm. Yes, it only happens in caves. And I think it has something to do with something that I discovered while being here. Um, a lot of people don't know this, but when you're inside a cave, um, time stops outside the cave. And when you're outside of the cave, time stops inside of the cave. So let's say, for example, um, I jank these chilies from the plant, and then I just immediately go outside the cave. These will stop growing. So by the time I come back, these won't have anything on them. So in order to fix that problem, I moved some of my workstations in here so that I can spend some time in here to give the crop some time to grow. So I do all of my grain mill processing in here while I do the harvesting and I do the composting and I do all of that stuff in here to give time for the crops to grow. And by the time I leave, I just have new crops. Um, so, so like I said, I don't even need a glitch to do infinite crops. I can just spend time here and just kind of like, jank from the normal plots that I have and get enough resources, just doing it the legal way. But yeah, I just want this game to be fixed, because look at that. I'm getting like lag spikes and glitchiness and memory issues. So before this last update, before the Odyssey update, every time I left the cave, my game would crash. And it might crash right now, because it says memory issue resolved, but it's not resolving anything. It's glitching and it's having trouble with something. And I think that something is that glitch. So the only way to solve that for me is to actually go back to the lobby after I go outside of the cave. I had something similar happen on my ship. So I used to have plots on my vehicle, and because it's a dynamic vehicle, the plot gets glitchy sometimes. Break the plot, the crop remains. Huh. So what you're saying to me is that in theory you could probably do that on the outside of the caves and probably do the hybrid thing, but no infinite crops. Huh. But at least you can do the hybrid thing, right? You can try. Because you can actually yank from both crops when you're doing the hybrid thing. So that's funny. You can still get the yield from both crops. But I need to log out and log back in for the floating crop phenomenon. Oh, yeah. So then you have to do like all these like loading process and all of that, and it's kind of annoying. I understand. Yeah, it's not a glitch that I want to show anyone how to do it. I'm just explaining what is happening. I actually don't want people to do it because it's hurting the performance on the game. Uh, I actually want them to fix this. I want Epic to fix this, or Lego Epic to fix this, because it's hurting the game. It's not helping anyone. Um, yeah, yeah, I don't like that. I really do not like that. And I've placed several reports on it, and I just get, ignored on it. And I even like labeled it like duplication glitch, because you know how crazy they get on shutting down those duplication glitches, and even then they're not shutting it down. So they just don't care about this glitch. When this glitch started, I found this glitch right after we got the fertilizer machines. So you see, this cave was one of those. Well, you know what kind of cave it is. One of those the ones where you find just treasure chests, and that's all there is in there. Well, that's what this cave was. And I used to have that cave empty because I had nothing to do with it. Uh, but as soon as we got these fertilizing machines, I started getting so much of this fertilizer and dirt that I didn't know what to do with it. So, so I started placing, um, these plots in there because I wanted to get rid of the soil and the fertilizer. But then I thought, I might as well just use the plots and place my crops in here. So that's all I did. It was just like an innocent accident. I did not try to find any glitch or anything. I just didn't know what to do with all this fertilizer and dirt. So I just started putting it in there, and and that's how I discovered all of this. Uh, so it's been there since then. It's crazy how long it's been in there, this glitch, and they haven't done anything about it. Oh wait, this is a loot cave, so no skellies. Yes, that's why I don't have any skellies, because this is a loot cave. I did the Eminem point of interest from Battle Royale. Like, I like Eminem, but I'm not that big of a fan. But I just thought it was like a funny meme kind of thing. Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at my cave, I mean, I've got enough plots to just get uh, sufficient yields for whatever I need without doing glitchy, hacky stuff. So that's why I want it fixed, because there's no reason. I don't need it. I can just do it legally and get enough resources doing that. And not even using automatic farms either. I can just go around the cave and just pick pick out the fruit with my hand. So, I mean, no reason to do automatic farm in there either. So, like, you probably have seen this one too. That's my viewing satellite. Do I ever hit complexity? No, I have memory issues, and it's because of that cave. So what you just saw, the little memory resolve thing, or low memory kind of thing, uh, I get hit with that constantly, and it's because of the cave. Um, and about complexity, um, I kind of did reach it when we had that big, horrible, laggy, the lag. Like, the lag, I'm gonna type it. Like, the lag. You know, um, you remember that. Like, the Halloween lag that we had. Uh, yeah, when we had that, the game was telling me that I had hit complexity, and then I was moving the juicer. Like, I was doing this peely build, and I was moving the juicer from one side to the other. Like I had it over there, so I was just moving it over here. And when I tried to place it, it was telling me um, high complexity. You cannot build anymore. And I was like, what? But I just placed it. So the way that I did it to put it again, uh, I just kind of logged out of the lobby and logged back in. And as soon as I logged in, I placed the juicer, and it let me. But then, uh, after a few updates, after the lag, um, it was able to let me to put more stuff. So this is new from the festival stuff, and this is new. And all of the arcade machines, I have them new from this current pass. And I just got the beach set, so I placed these from the beach set, and I haven't had any trouble with complexity. These are new. I just placed them just a few days ago, and I haven't hit complexity. It's not telling me complexity. This is new. But let me tell you a secret about complexity, because I know you've seen the Matt Puck talk about it, but I think Matt Puck is actually encouraging people to just build and not care about complexity. I will tell you, a way to avoid complexity is to avoid doing this. So custom stairs are a big no-no, okay? Custom stairs, um, custom windows, custom doors, anything that uses small pieces to do huge builds, it's a big no-no. So I only do custom stairs like this if the terrain it just needs it. So this is the only way I was able to do this without it looking ugly. Um, and I did this just because I could, but if I ever hit complexity or whatever, I'm gonna take this out. Because this is a big no-no. Doing this kind of stuff, it just kind of makes the game cry. Um, and whenever you're doing a custom build, what you need to do is to start using the big pieces first and then using the smaller ones to cover the details. Um, Otherwise, you're gonna be hitting complexity all the time, because you can't be doing that. You can't be using small pieces to cover a large area. And another thing that uses up complexity and memory is vehicles. Yeah, I think when you hit complexity during the lag, it was temporarily set up by Epic to discourage us to build more and cause more lag due to their own fault. Yes, yes, I think that's what happened. That they kind of like made the limit even like smaller because they were trying to like resolve the issue. Um, yeah, yeah, I understand that. And thankfully, they actually resolved the issue, but it's still not perfect. I mean, look at this. I'm still getting lag spikes. I'm still getting memory stuff. We're still getting vehicle glitches. And now we have vehicle physics changed, so now it's even worse. Look at this. I'm lagging. This car doesn't work anymore because the tires now are so light. The tires are light as a feather. So all of this is built with the biggest pieces I could find. And then I just covered the details with the small pieces. And that's how you avoid complexity. I really want people to learn how to build because I just see a majority of people not knowing how to build. And it's just they're not using the pieces correctly. See how I made a little fix here with just one slab? You don't have to do custom stairs and do 50 slabs to put a stair, because that will use your complexity. You know, Kaboom and Haskins, they made some pretty cool custom stairs. But let me tell you, that is bad. Don't do that. That will hog up your memory and your complexity, and as nice as it looks, it'll take a hit on your game. You'll take a hit, a big hit. So even just to build a small area, they used way too many pieces just so that it's custom and different from others, only to hit complexity later. Yes, I mean, I think you can still be unique using the pieces that we have. There's so many pieces now, and if you buy sets, any set, you get a wide variety of stuff. I mean, I think you just have to be creative. I mean, instead of thinking of limitations, think of it as an opportunity for you to like grow and figure out how to do what you want to do with the limitations that you have. Um, you said something about solving puzzles, so yeah, think about it like that. Like it's a new problem that you have to figure out. How do I do what I want to do with the pieces that I have? So I used to have a town over there, but since the game was very unstable, I had to demolish all of the town because of the waterfall. And and the only thing that's left in that town is a little mansion that I built there. But I used to have a bridge right there, right on the base, right on the base of the waterfall. But sadly, I had to like destroy everything because the game was not performing correctly. And this used to have decorations and stuff, but again, I had to like redo everything because the waterfall is causing a lot of problems, or was causing a lot of problems. I'm pretty sure that it's a little bit more stable now. The fact that the village town of yours is not at a complexity limit now is impressive because it looks so dense with no with so many things all decorated. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I also try to keep like a balance. Like I see people doing this. Oh, let me take care of this. So, oh man, seriously? Come on. Getting attacked by a pack of wolves? I'm talking here, man. Yeah, so I mean, I see people doing this, and this also hurts your performance. So you grab this little tiny flower, and then you want to line up all your railing with like little tiny flowers, and you go and tiny flower, tiny flower, tiny flower, tiny flower, tiny flower, tiny flower. Well, then there you go. You hit complexity. So I mean, there's ways to do things nice without spamming your game with flowers or little lights all over the place. Like if you got little lights and then you start spamming the little lights all over the place. I've seen people do floors with with these, with the bright bomber thing, because it looks cool, like it has like a little pattern thing. And I understand why people want to do that as a floor. But then you're gonna hit complexity because you're making a little floor out of little tiny little desk things. See, you can make a little circle pattern thing, and then you're making a whole floor made out of these things, and then people wonder why they hit complexity. Oh, I hit complexity. Why is that? And another thing that makes the game go crazy with memory issues and complexity is the sideways building and the 45 angles before the 45 angle update, um, because the game is not supposed to do that. And you probably saw some vines on the wall where I did that, and you probably saw my greenhouse where I did that. Uh, so so yes, you can do it, but do it with moderation. Do it to you know, give an extra detail to your build. Because if you start overusing it or abusing that technique, that's when the game doesn't like it. But personally, I also think it looks pretty ugly. So, I mean, you need to use those techniques in moderation. Because definitely, I mean, spamming like making your floors the walls, and then you make a huge building out of floors. I mean, and then people wonder why there's complexity and all of this stuff. So I made a tutorial on this little house if you're interested. But yeah, I mean, my world is pretty stable and has been pretty stable throughout the whole year that we've been playing Lego. I mean, within reason, you know, like within all the issues that we've been through, uh, it has been stable enough. But for sure, I know all the kinds of problems that we've been facing already. I mean, I don't think there's a single glitch that I haven't encountered in this game. I lost a lightsaber due to one of my backpacks going under the lava. That's why I have like a whole stack of lightsabers, because when we got the battle bus duplication glitch, um, I did not want to use it, but I was so mad that I lost one lightsaber that I took revenge upon the game, and I said, you know, F this, I'm gonna duplicate my lightsabers. But I did not like abusing glitches or duplication glitches or anything. I only did that because I was angry. I was so upset. And see, like I have this carousel and it's so cool, but every time I use it, I'm so scared because it breaks because it uses the swivels. So I have to like tap the controller because I'm scared of just having it spin and then break. I do not like playing a game and being scared that something might break or that something might glitch or that something might be bugged. I mean, it's not enjoyable. It's kind of like you're paranoid, like a paranoid person, paranoid crazy person. You're always like watching you behind your back because Mr. Glitch is gonna get you. It's just I really don't like that, and that's what that's what has been happening. You know, developers just kind of gained that reputation now. You know, they 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 won that reputation all by themselves. Yeah, my ship sank into a rock the other day. One year later, after the game's out, countless of vehicles and chests under the map. Oh, about that. I had a vehicle like way old, and it used to cause like sound issues in my game because it was like under the map, but then it would make that breaking sound because it was like hitting something or whatever, and it was horrible. And just a few days ago, I found that vehicle outside of the like on the surface, and I was like, "What?" Honestly, like I forgot you even existed, and I broke that vehicle because I didn't want the vehicle. I just wanted the noise to end. Uh, but to me, it seems like they are trying to fix that, but they're not. They don't know how. So it's still happening to some people, but to me, the issue has been resolved. Like my vehicles are not going into the ground anymore. Um, like on the contrary, the vehicles that were under the map now are now are popping out. And it's funny because it's just like I even forgot about you, man. I don't even care about it anymore, and I just end up destroying them because they're just taking up memory and stuff. Oh, and that's another thing, you know, having too many vehicles in one same spot or across the map, it makes the game like crazy. The game doesn't like it, and about vehicles, the less pieces you use. So this vehicle is pretty crazy, but it's still using uh, very few pieces compared to other custom builds that I've seen. So I follow this channel, Espressed. He's like a Japanese guy, and he makes amazing vehicles. But in all honesty, I would never use one of those vehicles in my world because his vehicles use tiny pieces all over the place, and they're high complexity vehicles, and those hurt your game performance a lot. Um, Using small pieces to make big platforms for your vehicles is also like high complexity. So if you make your vehicles like as simple as you can, the much more simple your vehicle is, the better performance you get out of the game in your vehicles. Um, yeah, and try to avoid doing sideways stuff on your vehicles too, because it'll make even the vehicle glitch even worse. So I mean, that's why I don't like those vehicles that also use like sideways stuff and putting pieces like upside down or whatever. Also, like we are becoming too dependent on those techniques, right? But there's never like a guarantee that they will keep it that way or that they will make it into a feature. They might even just patch the whole thing and take it out of the game. And then I can already see people crying that, oh no, we cannot do the sideways builds anymore. We cannot put pieces on the floor, on the ceiling, or on the wall. And I mean, like, what do you expect when we're abusing glitches, we're abusing bugs, and then we get hit with performance issues in the game when the game is already having performance issues? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've been playing the game since day one, and I've been trying to play this game how it's supposed to be played. And the best teacher on building are the prefabs, but you have to pay attention to what you're doing. And I know a lot of people are building prefabs, but they're not paying attention what they're doing. So when you're building a prefab, take a very close look at how the walls are placed, how the floor is placed, how the ceiling is placed. Take a very, 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 very close look at how everything is placed, and you will see how the pieces are supposed to be placed together. And then you can go ahead and do custom builds, and then you'll see that your builds will be better because of it. So one of my vehicles used to be glitched inside of this rock. And then it just kind of popped out, and I found it laying on the grass right there. It was funny. It was funny to me because I was just like, I even forgot you existed. And it still had like the stuff inside the chest, which was even funnier. Because I was like, oh, I found loot. This is my sheep farm. So I have all the sheep here. And Felix. So I got Woolbert, I got Gossamantha, Clover, and Munch. Munch is called Munch because he was munching on the balloon the whole way to here. I brought him from the Lost Isles, and he was munching on the balloon from the Lost Isles to here. And I have like this little rest area for the travelers to come here. I I have an old workbench here. Oh man, having lag. Yeah, I have an old workbench here. So this building used to be different, uh, but then I fixed it, and I had to take the floor out, and this was standing on the floor up above the ground, and when I took the floor out, it just kind of fell down here, and um, and I put a little roof on it so that I can use it. I know that we can use it now without roofs, but back then that's how it was. So I still have that one. Because I always see people mindlessly spam the prefab build pieces without stopping to see what pieces are being used. It will. Oh, sorry. I had. Yeah, there's another comment. Uh, As. Yeah, damn. Remember I said once on Discord, are we the same person? I literally just comment the exact same thing on Ruby's Lego stream earlier. I said that the prefabs are designed to be buildable without flying. Yes, yes. And that we should pay close attention on the guide. Yes, to that too. Like which side of the wall is facing in or out, etc. It will greatly help with custom builds later. Yes. Because I always, yes, yeah, they mindlessly spam. You know, I've been invited to a world, and in that world, that my friend was copying the tutorial for a modern house from another guy in Spanish called Lego Fortuna, and he made the his house, which is high complexity. His town is lagging hard because he made the house out of these white walls from the Pleasant Park, um, and I was just like, that's the reason why you're lagging. That's why you're having this issue in your game. But he refuses to take down the house. But his walls are all made with this, like this. But I mean, close together, and it's a two-story house made with this. I mean, how are you not kidding? I mean, why are you complaining when you're doing stuff like that, right? I mean, that's the reason why we get big walls, so that you can cover a large area. And yes, we don't have white walls. Well, then you're gonna have to use your creativity and do another build. I mean, sorry, man, but we can't do what we want in this game. We have to work with what we have. I mean, you can't just pull out a rabbit out of a hat in this game. I mean, it's not magic. We have to work with the technical limitations too. And yes, prefabs are a great teacher to show you how to build the pieces, to show you how to like do the floors. You know, I see people doing the floors like this, like why are you using, let me just go into the burger thing because I like that. Why are you doing this, you know? And then it's like, you know, there's like a piece that is that same size. Like, you can just do this. Why would you do that? Why would you use so many pieces to do the same thing? Like, it gets on my nerves so bad, and then people complain that they're hitting high complexity. So that's how I avoid complexity, because I'm using the pieces correctly. I'm using the pieces how they're supposed to be used. I'm not hacking the game. I'm not cheating the game. I'm not bugging the game. I'm not tricking the game. I'm just playing how it's supposed to be. And and as much as I love, you know, Haskins and Kaboom and their videos and everything they do is pretty cool. Sometimes they also do that kind of mistake, and it's just, it kind of gets me. It's like why are they doing this? They're just like messing the performance in the game, because they do that kind of stuff too. So it's not like I'm not throwing shade at them like in a bad way, but I think that, I mean, they have the you know, they have a voice. So people follow them, like people follow their example, and because of them, you know, people try to do the same thing, and then that's what happens. And I will throw shade to people like Crafty, because, you know, I have a shared world, and In the shared world where I was invited, one of the players decided to destroy the Raven castle because they saw Crafty's video on the duplication thing on the thing, and it might have been true for maybe like the first day or so of the update, but I mean, again, a duplication glitch, a duplication bug or whatever it is, and because of it, one of the players in the shared world decided that, hey, I'm gonna go and try and do that, and I destroyed the Raven Castle. And now in our shared world, we don't have a Raven Castle. And you know what? There is a very hard solution to that, and it's building the prefab again. But you can't build the prefab in there because there's a rift portal in the way. So the Rift portal won't allow you to build the prefab in there. You're going to have to build the prefab manually. So you're going to have to memorize the prefab before you build it in there. So it's not an easy fix. But those Rift crystal barrels, is there such a decor? Yes. Unfortunately, I think that decor is on the other Raven package that they're selling. I don't think it's gonna be here because I already bought it. Yeah, it's not here because I already bought it. But if I go into my locker, it might be here. Because I remember I do have those somewhere. Right here. Oh, these are part of the battle pass, actually. There they are. Those are the barrels. And yes, they use rift shards to build. But I mean, if you want rift shards, I mean, there's so many ways of getting rift shards that doesn't involve destroying like a unique build in your world. I mean, what kind of like, oh my God. And see, here's the other type of barrel on the Hygiene Haven Raven thing. See, there they are too. Yeah, Colombo gives you rift shards. You can just give her clomberries and she'll give you rift shards. You can go hunt golems and get rift shards. You can find rift shards in the map in the treasure maps. If you go find treasure, you might find rift shards. Um, if like there's so many ways of getting rift shards that doesn't involve either destroying bus stations or destroying like unique builds like the Raven stuff. So like, oh my God. So again, to me, it just kind of speaks to me that people are not playing the game correctly. People want things fast. People want things now. People want things like fast food, but this game is a slow game. It's a game of patience. It's a chill game. It's not an action game. It's not battle royale. It's not rocket racing. Like it's a very slow game. It's about gathering resources and building and the crops take long to grow and the cows and the feeding and the like everything has to be chill. But people want to do everything now, right now. But those rift barrels, I thought I bought it too, but haven't messed with it. I wonder, do they actually use rift crystals to build? Yes, they actually do use rift crystals to build. It is very expensive to build those barrels. But like I said before, I mean, there's so many ways of getting the crystals. A couple of days ago, I set up camp outside the beast den in the floating islands, killed countless golems, got like 40 plus rift shards now. Yes, I mean, yes. Yes, all you have to do is play the game. If you encounter a golem, go fight it. If you go to the Storm King, there's tons of like in the storm caves that you can get rift crystals just by fighting the monsters in there and getting the loot from the little treasure chests that come out. Uh, yeah, they don't want to do the work. They just want it quick, easy results without much work. I know. But I mean, then go to creative. Honestly, just go to Sandbox. Go to Sandbox and build whatever you like without having to gather resources, without having to do any crazy stuff. Because it makes no sense that you want to do everything now, right now, like fast food on a survival setting. Um, you're going into an extreme world, and then that's even harder. So, I mean, just choose your mode. There's a mode for everyone. There's no need to do duplication glitches or hacks or anything like that. Just go into Sandbox if you want infinite resources. Like for real. Like it makes no sense to me. People want to play like it's Sandbox in a survival world. And then, well, I mean, I don't know how you play, but I mean, I think it's so stupid that people are playing survival, but then they turn flying on, and then it's like, then what's the point? Then go to Sandbox. I mean, it's the cool thing about survival is that I'm all of the builds that you just saw, I have built scaffolding. Like that Eminem sign that I built scaffolding to go up there into the mountain and then build the sign and then took down the scaffolding. I mean, that part to me is a lot of fun. Just figuring out, like even figuring out how to build something. And then people say, oh, there's nothing to do in this game. Well, yeah, you just cheated through the whole thing. You just rushed through the whole thing. And you fly and you use duplication glitches and then you say there's nothing to do. Well, yeah, because you did everything by rushing through it. I mean, come on. There's plenty of stuff to do in the game. A lot of stuff. You can take care of your cows, you can go fishing, you can go, uh, you can harvest your crops, you can make a new project just like I did. I made a whole movie set production, you know? Just be creative. Go build a museum, build a bank, build whatever we have in this game, you know? Look, you can build like a shogun building style palace thing. There's a lot of things that you can do in the world. Yeah, they turn hunger off, stamina off, temperature off, but that's just Sandbox. Yeah, I like the EM sign though. What piece do you use? Is it possible to do other letters like D's or R's? Um, sure. I mean, we can go back and I can show you in Sandbox. Um, yeah, the Eminem sound sign. It's a lot of fun. The R for me was was very hard to do because at first it started to look like a K. So if you saw the rift sign that I made, it used to say Kift. So I'm gonna go into my sandbox world. So you see, I do play sandbox, but I don't play it like, I play it for experiments. I do measurements, I do concepts on buildings, I do concepts on cars, I mess with the physics. I do all my lab experiments in here. I don't have the Imperial Floodlight for Hollywood, huh? Yes, well, I can show you some options and then you can figure out what suits you. But let me just take my car. I'm sorry about the background noise. I'm in the living room right now and my whole family is here. Uh, but because my room is being used as a guest room, I have nowhere to sleep, so I'm sleeping in the living room. Uh, so that's why. But let me just take you over here to this area, and we can do that over here. So the M&M sign, since I didn't have the beach set before I did that, I used the Durburger pieces from the Dine-In Wall 01. But you can use the beach set if you want, if you have it, or you can use, let me see, I think Anarchy Acres has white pieces. Nah. Yeah, so you would have to use like a white piece from the Durburger or the beach, or you can use something lighter like Majestic Manners, or anything that's gray like the Nightly or the Friendly Neighborhood. Yeah, I just got the beachy set a few days ago. Okay, so let's try that with the beachy set. Yeah, so what I like to do, if you have if you happen to have the haunted house, you can place like these. I mean, I'm doing the spacing incorrectly, but you know, this is just an experiment, just to show you. So how I did the letters was by doing this. Okay. Oh, what? Okay. I got a little bit interruption, but hold on. Yeah. So I did the letters doing this. So you want an R. I did a double thing like this. And then I actually did use the little glitchy hacky thing because I didn't know how to put the E. So what I did here was um, do this, and then I placed like the piece sideways. But if the beach set has like you know, like, see, that's why I don't even like doing this either, because it just takes so much time. Um, but yeah, you can do an E, you can do an R. It's not even high enough. I mean, but you get the gist. You do this, and then you can do an E, or you can do a T, or you can do an R. But the beach set has these, right? The sideways ones. So you can probably just use this and do it the legal way, and it'll probably look very nice still. I much rather prefer using this method, to be honest. It looks much cleaner and much nicer. And then for the R, if you have if you happen to have the Halloween, you can use this under, oh no, under like a piece like this. Let me take this piece out. And then the R could be like that. Of course, you need to close up the gap on the top. But it's just kind of like a proof of concept that I'm trying to like show you right now. But that's what I did for the R. Otherwise, you would have to do an R, just a little square R, but it'll probably look like an A. So you might have to do like a little half wall thing, and do it like that, maybe like a little half wall, or maybe use the beach set fence to do some sort of like R in a diagonal way. But then that's the thing. You start going into that realm of complexity and memory stuff because you're using the small pieces, and I don't like that. So there's like plenty of ways of doing it. Maybe this might even be helpful for making like an R. So all you have to do is just be creative, you know, and try to like do the lettering with these pieces, and try to avoid doing the sideways stuff. But if you can't, if you don't have any other option, then go ahead and do the sideways build tricky thing. Yeah, because that's how I did the M&M sign. Because I didn't have the beach pieces, so since I didn't have the beach pieces, I had to do sideways building. And you can use any kind of support. You don't have to do these, but I like these because they look cleaner. But you can just use just something darker, like this one, or maybe like one of these from the Pleasant Park or something. You know, there's plenty of options. And for the lighting, I am using the one light that you say that you don't have, the Imperial lights. And I did actually do the sideways hack thing to point them upwards. But you can probably use this if you have the festival pass. These are pretty cool. So if you put a wall, they actually light up really nice. I mean, see? And you don't even have to do hacky stuff. You can just light it up like that. Or if you have, what else? What other light could be good? Well, this is from the Raven light. This might work too, you know. You just have to point it, you know, a little bit higher, so maybe you can place it on a. How do you do diagonal for N and M? I did the same thing. I used the nightmarish. So you just align it like this. And there you go. That's an M. And the N would be all the way down. The N would be like that. Oh, no, I placed it wrong. The N would be like that. I got the festival pass. So if you have the festival pass, it's a good thing because then you get these two lights that you can use. And maybe another light that might work could be the Star Wars light. So if you have this one, the cargo bay light, you can place these on the back of your sign and you can light up your sign like this. So yeah, yeah, that's what I would suggest doing. And yeah, I think the festival lights are amazing. So I think those can work pretty good and they look very nice for sure. You can place festival lights and it'll look great. Because these don't light up like too well. Like they don't look like they light up too well, but when you put a wall on them, you can definitely see the difference, you know? Like look at that. So this vehicle is actually a predecessor to my XL vehicle, but it so happens that this vehicle is the most stable out of all the vehicles that I've built. When the vehicle, I mean, when the tire change came, so that's why I'm using this vehicle. But this is like a Gen 1. This is Generation 1, and then the other one is Generation 2. But the Generation 2 is not working. So I will plan on making a tutorial on the Gen 1 vehicle. This is Generation 2, but it's not working as it used to. Like it works, but not like I want it to work. Like it's much more floaty than it used to be. And I don't like that. It used to be heavier. It used to have better traction on the ground. Like even the turns are harder to make because it's just so light. It's like the wheels are pillows now. and it makes no sense to me because look at this vehicle. This vehicle is being weighed down by wheels and it's perfectly fine. But then these two, I mean, what's going on here? These just happen to be light as a feather. So they started floating instead of going down because of the stupid wheel change. And then I made a tutorial on a bike. But that tutorial is stupid now because the bike does this. Like it doesn't even work anymore because now it floats. And if I take the balloon out, the bike will fall on on its side. So it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work. There's no fix to this. The only way to fix it is to add more weight and make the bike aesthetic look ugly. It's such a stupid change. And then I made this one and a micro version, and the micro version used to be very stable, but now it sucks. So here's the micro version. But now it's not stable. It kind of like flips over and does that wheelie. Look at that. It's so stupid. Look, why does it do a wheelie? It's so dumb. It didn't do that. I don't even want to drive this. I did a macro version of this, and I want to make a tutorial on these. So this is the macro version type A, and this is the macro version type B. And these work. These work like a charm. Like you can fly, you can put them in the water. This is like the big hauler, so you can put heavy stuff in here. So like pirate wooden pieces is actually heavier than some granite pieces. You might be able to save the bike by replacing certain pieces with heavier stuff. The bike itself is made out of, I think it's wood, so it's very light. Yes, I understand they also changed like the weight on the materials, which also sucks. Um, but let me show you the bike. But the bike cannot be saved. The bike in itself is using so this base, like under the driving seat, is a single slab of a Durburger. It's one of these. So the bike is made like this. This is the base. This is the engine. This is the driver's seat. And then I have this like seat on the back. And then that's all the bike is. So it's very light, but there's no way to fix this because there's no space to put more weight on it, and there's no way to replace any of the pieces. And then on the sides, it's just clinging with the Halloween stuff. So it's using these on the sides. See, just to extend the to the sides so that I can place the wheel, and then using the friendly neighborhood. What is this? Friendly neighborhood escape fire support, which is made out of wood. It's a single stick, so it's very light, and then I placed like the dirt counters, which are made out of granite, but it's only 2 pieces of granite, and then the rest is just decoration. The lights and the storage units on the sides are from the Star Wars, so they're using plastoid. It's basically impossible to make this way more without breaking the aesthetic, because everything is so compact and everything is just in a perfect space. This design is broken now. It's useless. And then I used to have these too, and these are useless too. My quad motorbikes, they kind of work, but they suck now. They weren't that good to begin with, but now they're even worse. And it's also using the same design as the bike, so there's not a lot of room to add weight to it. This one's actually heavier, and it's still not good enough. See? Yeah, no, these suck now. And this was the perfect vehicle. Definitely this one was the one that I was using in my survival world. But I just do not like how it feels now. It just feels so floaty. I like the weight that it used to have, and now it's just a stupid vehicle too, because it doesn't do what I want it to do. And the only vehicle that somehow does what I want it to do, it's not exactly what I want it, but it's close to what I want, are these 2 big ones, and the one that I'm using right now currently, which is this one, the Gen 1. This is a first generation vehicle. Not even the Nexus survived, so this is the Nexus. I made a video on this one, and this doesn't work as it used to. Like, look at that. Oh my god, look, this is so stupid. It used to be perfect. If you look at the video, it would just go through rocks, and it would just go through the river, and just now it's just a stupid vehicle that doesn't work. So I made the Nexus wide to fix that problem, but then look at this. This actually works. So this one is also a vehicle that I actually use now. But I mean, Nexus wide is pretty ugly compared to the original Nexus. I mean, come on. Look at the design on this one. It's just beautiful. And then I had to do this. A Nexus wide. And then this is the second version of the Nexus. This was the Nexus large. And I made that before the changes too. But when you fly it, it does crazy stuff like this. It's so stupid. So it doesn't work anymore. So that's why I had to do the Nexus wide. I had to like widen the wheels so that it has stability. So this is actually, I built this to fix the problem that this one has and that this one has. And then I ended up with this, which is some okay looking vehicle. It's so dumb. Like not even server works. This is supposed to be a robot that I called server, and he used to be pretty good. But now he flies pretty weird. So I guess server kind of works too, but I mean, he's not that cute. I think the winner design was this one, but I mean, it just doesn't work anymore. All these four-wheelers, since they're lighter now, what if you just remove the balloons? If I remove the balloons, they lose the ability to swim. And if I remove the balloons on this one, it'll lose more stability. So it's not stable now. It's gonna be even less stable. Yeah. So it just sucks. It just sucks. It completely sucks because there's like if you put a balloon, it sucks. If you take the balloon out, it sucks. If you and then you lose the ability to swim. Oh, I placed it wrong. Yeah, just I really want them to fix this, but no one is speaking up about this. So they're not going to fix it if no one is complaining. Everyone just laid down and took it. Everyone's just so conformed by the change. Yeah, now the design will have to be changed. Yeah, like I said, I changed the whole design. I had to do this. This is the new design with the new physics. This one is the new design with the new physics. And it's so ugly. Like it works. It's a functional vehicle and it does all that I want, but it's ugly. Like this one works now. This one is good. This one is perfect. So I will make a video on this one too, because this one works with the new physics. And if they change the physics back to how they were, it'll still work. But I mean, just look at the aesthetic of this one compared to the other one. The other one has a slimmer profile. It looks cooler. It looks like a bike car thing. Like it looks like a Batman thing. This looks like a like a Batman ripoff vehicle. And this one looks like an actual Batman vehicle. Yeah, it's such a bummer. And look at those guys. They just decided to float because the whole design was based on the weight of the wheels. But these are old vehicles that I made, you know, a way long time ago. This one actually uses thrusters to fly. It doesn't use the balloon uh, channel. But look at how many wheels it has, because I wanted to weigh it down and it's still not weighing down. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I mean, yeah, but I mean, like once I did this design, there's no way to unsee it. You know what I mean? It's like I know this exists. I know this exists. I know there's a better way. I know there's a better design. I mean, look at this small thing. It has 4 Durburger counters. You know how much storage that is? I mean, that's crazy. And this little small little detail, like little compact little thing. I mean, this one has more because now it's bigger, but I mean, it's ugly. This one has 6 Durburger counters, and I could probably put another one on the front if I wanted. And then you can stick a bunch of them on the top too, on the surface. But it's not the same. It's not the same vehicle. Yeah, I just hope they revert it to how it was. I hope that they look. I mean, we had these wheels, right? Before the mechanical update, and people were making monorails and elevators and a bunch of creative stuff with them. They didn't mess with the physics of them. They just gave us 2 new sets of wheels. So now we have, you know, steerable wheels and powered wheels. Why would it be too hard to make another new set of wheels that say, you know, these are light wheels, these are the floaty wheels, these are the wheels that you need to use for boats or whatever you want. Instead of messing with these. Because I know the material changes also affect like the weight, but it's not as bad as the wheels. Like the issue is the wheels. The change in the weight of like granite and wood and marble and all of that stuff is very like small compared to the change that they did on the wheels. So that's my only complaint about it, and I'm not gonna stop complaining until they fix it. So it might take, you know, a while, because I'm pretty sure they're not gonna do that when they come back from the holiday vacation. That I don't think that's their priority. Their priority is gonna be somewhere else, and it's probably gonna get forgotten, and no one's gonna care, and that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna have to just shut up and take it, just like everyone did. Once they fix my cave plant, yes, no. See, that's another issue. Yeah, no, yeah, yeah, no. This game, man, I love this game, but when they do stuff like that, it's like there's a phrase, a phrase that people say, don't fix what isn't broken. The wheels weren't broken. The whole vehicle system is broken. Fix that vehicle glitch where we float behind. Don't fix the weight of the wheels. Fix my cave glitch. Duplication glitch. I'm yelling at them. Duplication. Because they jump right at the duplication glitches. That battle bus duplication glitch got fixed in the first 6 hours of it being discovered. Like developers ran really fast into that glitch. They were just like, no, players cannot be doing that. I don't know, man. It's just kind of funny. It's just the priorities for them. I don't know where they are. Honestly, I really don't know. But now I'm taking it a little bit lighter, like like that one day, like a few days ago, that I found my vehicle that was stuck on the ground, and I found it like just there on the surface. I was just like, okay, now this is funny now. Like I'm not even gonna get mad about this. This is just funny. This is just funny. Now I'm finding stuff that was lost to glitches. Yeah, but they actually did fix the traction on them. The powered wheels were not good to begin with. Yes, they sucked really bad. But then they fixed the traction on them, and they were much better. And that's why we love. That's why we've developed the habit of putting thrusters and balloons on cars, because the traction sucks. Yes, but now it sucks even worse, because now the wheels don't, like, they fixed it. They actually made the traction a little bit better, but now they just kind of reverted to a whole negative 10. Instead of going back to 0, we just went to negative 10. We shouldn't need to put balloons and thrusters on cars to begin with. Yes, yes, of course, we shouldn't be needing to put balloons to stabilize cars either. I mean, just look at the prefabs. If you build the little prefab, can I look at the prefab cars in here? I don't think so. Nah. Well, if you look at the prefab car, that one with the roof on it, I mean, it was very unstable to begin with, and people had to like figure out how to put like a balloon on top of it to keep it stable. Well, now that they changed the physics on the wheels, those prefabs are are even worse. And if you put a little balloon on it, it's even worse. So there's no fixing a prefab. Prefabs are supposed to show you how to build a car. Uh, they're not supposed to be good. They're supposed to teach you the technique on how to build the car. And just like prefabs show you the techniques on how to use the walls and the floors, prefab cars are supposed to do that. But they changed the whole like weight to them, and now prefabs suck. So now people are not gonna understand how to like build a stable vehicle because the prefabs are not stable even with fixes. You used to be able to just put a balloon on it and then you have stability on it, and that would actually teach people how to do that, how to stabilize a car. Now there's no teaching that because you put a balloon on that and it's going to be even worse. Yeah, they should not have messed with that. They should not have messed with that at all. But that's my only gripe. That's my only gripe, and it won't be fixed. It won't fit. I don't think it will be fixed like ever. Because, like I said, no one's complaining about it. If like 90% of the community would complain about something, they would do it. I remember how everyone was crying, "Oh, there's no end game. We need a bigger boss. Well, we got it. We got the Storm King. Oh, there's like no the 45 angle. It's like we need 45 angles. We need 45 angles. We got it." So so they are listening to the community. But now that they made this big change to the game, no one is complaining. No one is speaking out. No one is like saying, "What is going on? Why are my vehicles so unstable? Why did they do this?" And like the people that have the most power to speak up about it, are people like Haskins, like Crafty, like a Boom, like people that have like a big, large audience, and they're not talking about it. Since the wheels are balloons, like balloons now, if you remove the balloons from your four-wheelers, it might help. No, see, that's the problem. Because I tried doing that with my four-wheelers and they flip over because they're not stable. So that's the reason they have a balloon. Because they're not good. The four-wheelers are not good. They're not good to begin with. It's not a good design. But but now that they changed the weight, the not very good design is now useless. The four wheelers drove like one of the prefabs without the balloons. So that's why I placed the balloon on them to try to like get them stable. But now if you place a balloon, they're not stable, and if you take the balloon out, they're not stable. So now now it's not stable at all. No matter if I put the balloon on or off. Because, like I said, there's like no middle weight. Because they overdid it. They overdid the weight change. The Matt Puck is not happy about the new vehicle physics. He's the only one that usually criticized. The rest are too overly positive. Yeah, I haven't seen his streams as of late. I haven't been able to jump into his streams lately. Uh, but I'm glad to hear that at least he is speaking up about it. I'm pretty sure Um, he speaks about it because he was speaking about the swivels too, and I have seen some changes in the swivels, but not the changes that we all need. But they have been trying to fix the swivels somewhat. Um, they're just not listening correctly, I think. The developers are not listening correctly as what we want. The swivels need to be slower. The swivels need to be stronger, and the swivels need to stop making that horrible noise as if they're breaking, which I think they have fixed that, but they still do smoke. Um, just yesterday, I was just messing with one of my swivel mechanisms in one of my platforms, and it was smoking. I'm sure there's a new balance somewhere, like you keep two balloons there, but add new weights, or remove the two balloons and make it wider or something. It won't be the same design though. Yeah, but that's the thing. Then you have to make a whole new design. Old designs are trash. So all of that hard work that like people like me that have been putting into making vehicles is just trash. A whole year working out the physics and building vehicles and designing vehicles just went to the trash. So yeah, like I said, I did make a new one based on the new physics, and it works. I already showed you that it works. And the design is not pretty. It works perfectly. It works perfectly now with the physics that we have now. It's just not what I want. It's not the design that I want. It's ugly. It's a whole different vehicle. So yeah, I don't know. I yeah, they it's just easier. It's just easier for them to revert to how it was, make a new set of wheels, give them another color, another name, another whatever they want, and then they can do those wheels with the lighter physics. And that's how it should be. Just an easy fix. Just add a small new content update. I don't think it's too hard. I'm not a developer, but I mean, just making a new thing into the game, I don't think it's hard because that's the whole point of this game. They are constantly making new things for the game. Coming January, when the battle pass ends on March, I'm pretty sure we will get new stuff. I don't know what stuff we're gonna get, but we're definitely gonna get new stuff. So if they're working on new stuff, I'm pretty sure they can work on like a new set of wheels. They made new parts for the barge. The little barge, it has new little pieces, like floating pieces for like boats. So it's not impossible. They can do it. They've demonstrated that they can do it. Like, if you show me that you're able to do something and then you tell me that you can't do it again, there's no way I can believe that. It's like you made this incredible game, you've added all this content to it, and now you're telling me you can't add more content. I don't know. I don't know. It's just that's the only thing that's getting me right now. That vehicle physics. It's just bad. It's bad, bad. Um, but I'm loving it. I mean, you can see my world. I mean, you've seen my world. You saw the production set. You've seen my city. You've seen my floating satellite. I mean, you can tell that I'm actually putting time and heart into this game. I'm not hating on anyone because I love this game. I really do. So when they do stuff like that, I just kind of feel like what did I do to deserve this? Because it feels like a punishment. It feels like we're being punished for something. But I don't know what that is because I don't know what I did to get punished this way. So yeah, I'm gonna have to end the stream now. It's such a bummer ending because it's like a low, like yeah. But I do want to be a little bit more positive and think that they will eventually fix this and revert it to how it was. But we just need more people speaking up about this because otherwise it's not going to happen. That change is not going to happen by itself. And and then on a positive note, it's New Year, so it's New Year somewhere. It's gonna be New Year here. I'm not sure if you're gonna have New Year or you already had New Year, but I'm gonna wish you a New Year. The best wishes to you, your friends, and your family. Everyone that's been watching my channel and whoever was watching or watched this stream, Happy New Year. Um, Happy, hopefully we get a 2025 glitch-free, bug-free Lego Fortnite Odyssey experience, and that developers get their heads straight because we need it. We need it. You live in the future. Yes, of course. You're in 2025 now. Of course. DM'd you the links. All right, I'll check the DMs. Yes, thank you. And yeah, don't hesitate to DM me because sometimes I might miss the mentions. So I'm sorry, I was not ignoring you. I might have just missed it. Um, Thank you so much for watching and have a great 2025 because you're in the future. All right, goodbye.